Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense takes the field. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there are so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team. There's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's caught! Touchdown, Northwestern. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with a slide. Northwestern will send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. And he grabs it at the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Horned Frog.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last try.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the field.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Northwestern will send out the punt team. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. It's Baker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Coming after him. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense wants to bring the heat. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. The sure hands, it's Abrams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. And the Wildcats are on the move. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He looks that one in nicely. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. As he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. From the gun. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They're going to test the right side with this one. At the 35, he's loose. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. The ball pops out on the return. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll throw it on 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Northwestern wants to go quickly. He's going to pass. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 2nd down, he'll fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Northwestern!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels...
Going deep. And he's got it inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
To the air on 1st down. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, TCU.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half. You stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try the left side. Ran through the contact. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. Lofts one high and deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. 2 very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, this drive, to start off the second half, David, they need to put something together and really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on 4th down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And that one will put him up here in the second half. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Off play action on first down. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another.
Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great score.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. That's reeled in. It's Baker. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. He makes a grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Crosses to 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll try the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it. Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Ready to fire from the pistol.
Here we go.
The running back has it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Leaves it with the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Lowers those pads. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The play action fake. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Looking to throw on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Horned Frog.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Still sitting at their own 20 after that last one. Here's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the complementary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football.
Neutrals on infraction. Defense.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. He's back to throw on second down. He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Offense getting set for 1st down. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Just feeds the running back. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got the tight end. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. On the ground, it's Palmer. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback on the keeper. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping him.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Touchdown, TCU! And the route is on. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There's been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. A 3rd and long coming up here. And they'll take a knee. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.